Hey, this is John from Eggtooth, and having a lot of discussion with some people. Some people really don't want to use hooks. I think it's a complete necessity. I've had many animals that did not have a feed response, and then they did. And especially with retics and burns, very active animals, you know, responsible thing really is to use a hook. And I gently just kind of stroked the animal. She didn't pop right up, actually. Today. Yesterday, she did pop right up. And I just tapped her in the nose with a hook, and she was fine. Generally speaking, just going to tap her on the nose a little bit. And you get to see her behavior change. She actually isn't giving me the best example today. Usually she's ready to eat. And when I know that she's changed completely, I'll start to hook her out. And then I would take her up. You can see she's kind of going away now. She's out of the feed response. Now often you go to unlatch the cage and she's already popped her head up and halfway up. Let's see if we can try another animal. Of course that works. Fixing that. Anyways, and you can see it. The second I unlatched that, I'll probably know the camera. His head popped up. This big male, unfortunately, has been pushing his nose, which is common with males. This phantom is actually named Beast because he's just so big. He's about 14 feet, and all he really wants to do is breathe. But anyways, as I'm trying to get him out of this feed response, if I put my hand over there, he's going to bite it. Not because he's mean. He's actually a teddy bear when he's out. Because he always wants to eat. It's just gentle. He's starting to realize, oh, okay, lunch isn't coming. A little bit. We'll be cleaning this cage soon. Just give me an example, because that, you know, a lot of people think they put their hand in there and they're like, oh, he's been fine. You know, I've had this animal for 6 months to a year. Well, 4 or 5 years later, the animal's 16 or 18 feet. And that day, it wants to eat. Now you got a problem. And it isn't because they're mean and malicious, it's because they're hungry. And especially when you get into the routine, when you have an animal and you don't handle it much, you just open the front door and you throw food in. So anyways, I just wanted to go through it because I know there's a lot of people who just think that they, you know, because they've been able to reach it and they have plenty of times to not get bit, that it's a good idea. Well, I'm sorry, it's not a good idea. And it has nothing to do with them being mean. It has to do with feed response. A lot of people put off by retics. Oh, he's so aggressive in the cage. Well, it's not that he's aggressive in the cage, it's that he's hungry. And you also have to understand that they sleep a lot. It could be actually the equivalent of someone coming into your room and shaking you awake. And a lot of people will just come out swinging when they do that. It's really no different. So you startle the animal and you get nailed. But anyways, it's a question that's come up a lot. I always, before I sell to anyone, I ask them if they do hook tap training. If they don't want to do hook tap training, I don't want to deter anyone, but I honestly don't think they should keep a retic at all if they don't want to use a hook. Or any large constrictor. But anyways, going through that, close this up. I wanted to do it with one of the bigger animals, but she's in shed right now. I don't know if
Do we want to try with Pen? She's right at the door.
she is, although she's not always the best example, but we'll see.
No, she's...
I always use the hook with her, but she usually is actually really mellow. Yep, just keep this way. See, if I had just put my hand in there, most likely she wouldn't have wrapped me up, but it probably would have cost me a couple stitches. And she's big. She isn't the biggest we have. She's about 17 and a half, maybe 18 feet. She's probably, I don't know, maybe 150, 175 pounds. I don't know if you can really see that through the camera.
That doesn't do it really justice with how big their cage is.
Yeah, this is a pretty big enclosure. This enclosure with a divider in it is 16 feet long with a divider in it. It's about 4 feet wide. Almost me.
Sweet girl.
Daisy's in shed, so we probably can't pull her out at all, but I was just going to give people an idea. A lot of people think that, you know, she's over 20. I don't know if she's over 20, but I know she's really big. I know she's over 200 pounds. She's in shed right now. I'm not going to pull her out. She's actually twitchy right there. Kind of like, leave me alone. So, and she's fine when she can get her out too. But you would not want to be mistaken for food. I'm not saying it to scare people. I'm just saying that people have to keep this in mind. I don't like to, and they don't all get this big. Like, retics do get big, but everyone seems to think, oh, it's going to be 20 feet. Well, we have a lot of animals here, and 2 of them are in the 18 to 20 foot range. Most of the females are around 15 or 16. In fact, I have some breeding females that are only 13. And the males are usually between 8 and 12. Beast is a little different because he's a pretty big male. But anyways, I just wanted to try to talk you through it. It's just a question that's come up a lot. And I really hope that, you know, it's not to scare anyone away. I just hope that people actually keep in mind of using the hook with these animals, because it's the smartest thing all the way around. And I worry about it too, because every time someone gets bit, every time something happens, it makes it to the news. And then they want to ban us, you know? I love dogs, but dogs kill people all the time, but they don't ban dogs all around the country, but they do ban snakes. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, thank you for watching. And you can check out our videos on Facebook and Instagram. Everyone have a good day.